So for everyone defeating the technology, you're all about 50 experience away from level. All right. Well, welcome to space, everyone. We'll get a quick recap in order here. Uh, Everyone, we are on the spaceship page, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So the group is currently licking their wounds. Last session saw them have the highs of meeting Araposa, the Infinite Diva. They got a backstage meeting after enjoying themselves dancing their butts off at the show. And then following the happy occasion, they sought out a shadow organization trade deal, something going on in the black market. The group got a little cocksure, jumped in to the fray, just right smack dab in the middle of several mechs and soldiers, and then ate a mind-rending grenade from the captain that managed to quickly put things at a disadvantage. The party did survive. Maybe we'll get a little bit of recap from the people that participated in it. But the group managed to get a retreat and are now figuring out what to do next about this shadow organization, which they just failed to properly intercept.
Woo!
So, yeah, as I don't know, as we're introducing characters, if y'all want to talk about something cool that they did last session or barely survived by the end of their team,
Yeah.
it might help. But anything else to add on the overall recap?
No, that was good. Nice and succinct.
Yeah, if I do highly advise going back and watching the video for the last one, if at all possible. The first half is perfect tomfoolery. The second half is incredibly tense combat where we were pretty sure we were all going to die for like an hour and a half straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it edited and uploaded ASAP.
Okay.
It's not on YouTube yet.
Oh. That's okay. So I guess I'll go first. My name's Bonnie, and I play Brizza and her sidekick Ipswich, although Ipswich doesn't do a ton. It's just a little Porygon-looking robot that occasionally helps defend in battle. I also pilot a mech suit, which was pretty significant in the combat because it hits pretty hard, has a lot of hit points, pretty sturdy, but I almost died. In fact, I had a near-death experience, I would say, during that combat. Mm-hmm. Held on by a thread.
Julie?
Hi, I'm playing Salvina, the crystallopath, who's a jellyfish person, aka Medusazoan. And I also was about one roll away from death. So we're probably going to be a little bit shell-shocked.
Ipswich, while not always useful, was quite useful.
That's true. That's right. Ipswich was a little bit of a hero and is probably the reason we did not wipe.
Yeah.
Because Ipswich brought us some stim packs.
Shout out to Ipswich.
Which we had tactically left on the ship.
Yeah.
Tactically.
All right. Eli.
Cosmo Captain Eli Green, talk about cocksure. I mean, some may say it was his fault that we jumped into everything the way that we did. I think that we all kind of grew a little bit complacent, though that's not to say that Eli has an interesting take on tactics for somebody who supposedly has seen it all in space. So yeah.
Hello, my name's Tyler. I play Yoshi. He's a velociraptor, but he was made to be an assassin. But then he grew up and was like, I don't want to murder all the people now, only some of the people. So here we are up in space doing crazy space things. I'm a dinosaur.
If memory serves, Yoshi reprogrammed his own brain.
That's
Yes.
right. And Yoshi loves spaghetti.
Yes, and Yoshi is a clever girl.
All right.
All right, My name is Dave. I play Chrysalis, a genius hacker that has never been seen outside of their encounter suit. So that mystery is still ongoing. Last episode, Chrysalis thought they were all going to die again. Had fun at a concert, but had a couple interactions with her crew when he was trying to make up his mind to come out of the suit or not that, I don't know, might come up again this episode. We'll see.
Yeah, there is also now a running bet on what's inside the suit.
Oh, yes.
Ranging from burn victims to tiny worms. So. All right.
The pot is worth like 800 or something.
It was what, 50 credits each?
Oh.
So 200?
I thought it was 200 each. Let me look. I have it written down somewhere.
Okay.
To give you one idea.
50.
To give you one idea of the combat we were in last time, Chrysalis's biggest moment was carrying the unconscious dying form of Salvina on his shoulder, sprinting to get to the ship at full hit points, and a mech turned and just punched and just
Critical.
smashed. One shot Chrysalis to the ground, and also the doctor. Thankfully, they kind of skidded right to the edge of the ship, and then Ipswich came out and was a hero with the stim pack, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah. A lot of close calls, and we'll see what the party does about them in this upcoming session. Real quick, we are still at those same hit points. The party has not yet had a rest. Do y'all need me to get your tokens, or do you have your hit points written on your sheets?
I've got mine.
I got mine.
I have mine.
Cool. If you need your token, just let me know.
I do.
You do need it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me fetch it for you, Julie.
I'm at 2.
There you go. I put your token under your nameplate.
Ooh,
All right. Where are we at? All right. So the group is currently in their ship at the meeting table as again they all have the 1,000-yard stare from this recent fight. They peering out the windows, they see the darkened clouds of the gas giant around them, lit by the neutron star as a halo in the distance. And there's finally a moment to catch their breath and talk about their next moves.
We're like removed from the structure that we crashed into, right?
Yeah. Yeah, good question. So yes, the ship is currently speeding away from the abandoned mining rig. The group that you had assaulted was not currently on their vessel. It looks like they were on the rig itself. So you do likely have a little bit of time if they are pursuing.
That was something.
Yeah.
Brizza is still like staring off into the distance and breathing heavily and bleeding a lot.
Do we have some sort of tracking beacon we can put on that ship?
Yeah, didn't we make one back on that ocean planet?
Did we?
Yeah, I put one on the obelisk, but we didn't have time to do one during the fight.
I think we should just put on our stealth modes or whatever and get out of here.
Oh yeah, and on that note, I did also add a couple of abilities to the ISS Mom. Yeah, basically all of your different upgrades. So
Nice.
stealth field. The ship projects a wave-bending field to avoid detection. The ship and inhabitants are invisible for up to 1 hour. The effect ends when the ship attacks or communicates. Advanced sensors may require an opposing stealth check from the crew. So,
Ships activate stealth mode. Does it work like that?
And Gacy,
yeah.
or do we tell Gacy to activate stealth mode?
No, Gacy's returned to cook's duties at this point after his emergency maneuvers, yes, the ship is advanced enough that you can just call out to it to engage in stealth mode. So you do have a bit of the cloud cover, if you will, in addition to your wave bending.
We have to start calling the ship Mom. Mom, activate stealth mode.
Yeah, I like that.
Wait a second. Mom, activate disco mode. What happened?
What happened?
Unknown parameters.
Error.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
parameter.
I can't do that yet.
Not
Okay.
programmed yet.
Okay. So we've got to recover from this. I guess the question is, do we feel safe just doing it out in space on the ship, or do we need to go somewhere?
No place like the SSS Mom.
Oh, if you think we're safe.
So as you're starting to catch your breath and putting your stealth technology to the test, you do detect the vessel departing from the abandoned mining rig and flying in your direction.
Of course they are.
Yeah, to be clear, not like beelining towards you, but they knew where you were traveling before you engaged your stealth mode. So as they're entering your space, they are requesting open communication channels, as in they're broadcasting that they want to talk, not as if they're calling you.
is it like ringing?
Basically they're putting out a beacon saying, "Talk to us."
Phone call.
If we shut up, SSS Mom. I get it. It's ringing. If we answer, does it give our position away?
And actually, I need to remove that from the effect. It does not end on communication. That should be teleportation.
Okay.
Hey, real quick before we decide what to do with this call, I couldn't find the document that we found about like the lich system and me and Yoshi's, what information was in there about us. Do you have that you could pop up real quick?
Like the communication between the people?
Yeah.
Is that the emails lich system one or something else?
It's not in there actually.
Isn't it Google Docs?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I swear that was in Trello.
Give me a second.
I can look on the side. We can not hold this up.
Oh, Julie, the Twitch title is still technical difficulties. Just FYI.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So Eli's like unusually quiet, especially for Eli, and the phone is kind of ringing, and then I want to say back on that derelict ship near the event horizon, those things were saying something to me, and they were familiar.
Oh?
I could have sworn they were the voices of my old crew, calling me a coward.
Do you remember them? Your old crew?
There's holes, but yeah, I think it was their voices.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know what's happening with the USF or what they had to do with what happened to my old ship, but I don't know. It seems like rushing in like that was... I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. I feel like it was my fault. I thought we were prepared. I thought it seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a sound plan.
Okay, I may be the first person to call you out on your bullshit, but since I've been with you guys, you rush into everything. It's not just you, I promise you. Although you did have tentacles come out of you one point. I had this memory of that. I don't know if it's because I got hit in the head too hard, but I'm pretty sure that was a thing that happened. But of things to punish yourself for, us jumping in, probably not the right one.
That was a thing that happened, and I don't know. What I'm saying is maybe whatever happened to my ship stole who I was. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
maybe-
Eli, it's not your fault. We all should have known better. I should have seen this.
Okay, so we have a phone ringing. Okay, Dungeon DM.
Yes.
Chrysalis wants to try to rig up a decoy beacon, and just in case it can be shot out of the ship, that has something similar to the ship's signature that might lure the other ship away if need be. Is that doable?
Yeah, go ahead and make a Arcana check for me, please. And yeah, this is basically, or sorry, deception. But this is your efforts to throw them off the track, assuming that they start scanning for your location.
I think it would be a good idea to launch a beacon on them and just get the hell off of Dodge. Out of Dodge.
Do we have the parts? Can you fashion it, Chris?
Maybe, but I mean they're paying attention, so if they pay enough attention, they can just follow back the path that we shot it. So if we shoot it out, we need to immediately change course afterward.
Yes.
Should I accept this call?
Maybe we should just take a rest. We do have a while.
Maybe we should let it go to voicemail.
I think
What could they want?
So are we positive that if we take this call, we won't give away our position?
You know that it won't betray your stealth, and you know that if they start trying to detect you through the call, you'll be aware of it. So yeah, you feel that if there's a threat, you'll be able to react.
So we can end the call.
Exactly.
Okay, if we're gonna take this call, somebody that's somebody has to pull their shit together and,
All right.
and be the face.
I compose myself and I say, I won't fail. I won't fail you all again.
You've got this, okay?
I grab a little sponge and with my little velociraptor arms, I wipe some blood off of his face. There we go.
Chrysalis actually walks over and gives Cosmo a hug from behind.
Aww.
I go over to my bank of charging healing crystals and attempt to heal the rest of us up.
But then Chris looks awkward and walks off.
Thanks. I appreciate that, and Mom, route them in.
All right.
I kind of sit up straight.
Before we get them on screen, Julie, how are you gonna make some heals, or is this just part of a short rest?
Yeah, I assume since we're back on this ship, I have some of my backup healing, the battery that you leave on the charger while you're out. So whatever would make sense there.
So yeah, at this point, it's if y'all have items like healing potions or those stim packs, or like a special ability or something that would heal. But otherwise, y'all do have enough time just to use your hit die for a short rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Also, does our ship look like it can take this other ship? Like, how heavily outfitted is this other ship?
So I'll say that you can run with your advanced sensors, run a check on it, an Arcana, I believe.
All right.
With the ship stats or ours?
It is. You'll get some details on the other ship.
Yeah, but what do I roll with? Is it our ship or like?
Oh yeah, whoever's making the scan using the sensors would make an investigation or Arcana check.
Not it.
I can roll Arcana. Can always put Chris on the computer. It's either brilliance or crap.
So as y'all are healing up or making some checks and stuff, the call does come through. Let me get this into vigil.
Cosmo Captain Eli Green here.
And he speaks up and says, all right, hold on, let me get to my notes. I was looking at the wrong one. He says, I am Captain Dalton Tunde. Says, I believe we had a chance to exchange glances as you attacked the rig. Says, I was quick to observe this cybernetic raptor as one of ours. Says, I don't think that this is a chance encounter.
What do you have to say?
He says, well, I want to know who you work for.
I kind of smirk and glance around at everyone in the room. I say, we work for ourselves.
He says, how did you find out about us? Did greed sell us out?
I don't think you've given us any incentive to tell you anything. State your business.
He says, all right. He says, the raptor is one of ours. You know something about me. He says, so I am at a disadvantage. He says, I did see those black tendrils on your arm, whatever you were emitting. He says, I think that you are related to my general's previous research. He says, I recommend that we make a truce. I can introduce you to the general, and we could form a mutually beneficial relationship.
I glance around real quick to try to read what everyone's reaction to that is before speaking.
Your call.
He says, I know that you may want to discuss it with your crew. I see you looking around.
Oh, boom.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. The audio must have cut out.
He says, I am departing this planet in an hour. I came for what I wanted. He says, after that point, we're leaving. He says, you should answer me before then, or the next time we meet, it will be on my terms with reinforcements.
We'll be in contact. And I close communication.
Can somebody do the Arcana roll? For since
I did. It's way back up. Yeah.
What was it?
20 actually.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. So yes, it does seem that their ship has a lot more weapons capability than yours. The ISS Mom does not have a lot going for it with firepower.
Gotcha.
It does have a lot for evasion and getting away from things. But yes, in a straight fight, you could not win.
Yeah, guys, this ship is like a freaking dreadnought.
Could we even quickly board?
I haven't really thought up of any rules for that. But
Could the ship teleport us onto their ship?
you cannot just teleport onto their ship. No. So yeah, you would have to board through other means.
We should launch ourselves out of the torpedo bays.
Yoshi,
Straight
this
into their
kind of
windows.
recklessness is what got us into this situation.
Let's all get in a breaching pod. Everything will go great. I
We
swear.
need to recover from this.
Let's
How's-
superhero landing.
How's everyone feeling?
Like shit.
Can you fight if you need to, Brizza? I know you're tough.
I think I could handle it, but I'd prefer not to.
You may have to. We may be in for round 2 if this goes south, but what do you think about his offer? Should we entertain the idea that he could have some information for me and Yoshi? Do we strike this truce with them?
Sorry to interrupt real quick. Chrysalis, with that 20, you also got a lot of details about the ship. You feel that you might be able to find this on Sheol Station if you wanted to do some counter reconnaissance later.
Find what on Shield Station?
Find their ship, like once it docks.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So guys, I got enough information here. If we want to bide our time a bit, if they're going to Sheol, we can actually track and know where they're at there without even having to even talk to the port authorities. So if we're going to do covert ops, maybe not in the middle of space. Also, I just don't think we can right now. I maybe we just shouldn't.
We need to repair the mech, and I'm still pretty fucked up. I don't think we're ready for this.
All right, so can we assume he's going to Sheol and just jump out of here?
I have to admit, I
Follow up
wasn't
with
sure
them
why
later?
we knew they were going to Sheol. I just thought that maybe I missed that part of the conversation.
Well, yeah. So it's assumed that most people here are docked at Shield just because it is like big state.
It's the only it's the only port that can service ships of that size or whatnot.
Right.
Okay,
right.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How about this? We need some. I feel like we're in a position where we have one over him right now, and if we were to drop stealth, we'd be sitting ducks. What if we demanded that he come onto our ship alone?
I don't think he would do that.
This guy seems kind of smart, and we already superhero landed in the middle of his forces once. I think he knows we can be brash. It's a suspicion of mine.
That was pretty cool.
It was a pretty badass. It's sad it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I'm sure if we pull up the camera footage, it'll look really dramatic. We just need to cut out everything that happens after.
He has
All right.
He has no incentive to make concessions to us.
He really doesn't.
So, and yeah, just to recap on the available options, you can make the truce with him and see what he offers. You can try and go covert and either sneak or guns blazing against if Dave can track them, or you can just vacate the area. You don't necessarily have to deal with him.
In my scans, could I tell like what he's got left on board, like crew number, stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, with the 20, yeah, that's good. You do know that he retrieved the 2 destroyed mechs. He has 1 that is functional, and then he has 5 other life forms. So 6 total people and 1 mech.
So the good news, guys, is that he is actually pretty low on resources right now. I mean, I don't know what he might have as backup on Shield, but as far as what's on the ship, it's fairly light.
And one thing I meant to offer you guys, the name he mentioned, Greed, you can make a history check to recognize that name.
Okay.
No. Eli, you missed some things when you were in the life pod. So Salvina, you do know the name Greed. You saw some articles in it or on him whenever you were in the Nalu, the ocean planet. Greed is apparently an entity or an organization. It's not quite clear who that deals in organized crime. Kind of an information broker that has secrets and details on big players, corporations, military movements, things like that. So when it was mentioned, did Greed sell us out? It might be conceivable that this group dealt with Greed, or Greed has info on this shadow organization. So in that you can relay to the group. You don't have to repeat it.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify everything, we're after a star map that was here.
So the star map was to get you to in touch with that shadow organization. You knew that they were after it, so that was your intercept course with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you at this point know roughly who they are. Eli has a face that he could research more of, but the star maps might be helpful in getting more information about them, what they're after. But otherwise, you might have enough to go on.
So basically, me and Yoshi are walking evidence, and they want to get it under control. Salvina, what do you think of the situation? You've been quiet.
I don't know. It seems risky. Are you sure you want to know about your past?
I look at her for a second, and I say, I mean, you don't know what you've forgotten.
I know that, or I trust that I wouldn't have made the decision unless I was okay with it.
Yoshi, how do you feel? What if there's more information on more of your kind out there? More that we can help.
I'm down for anything, space cowboy.
Well, I want to know more. And at the very least, I want to put us in a situation, or I want to make sure that we stay safe, whatever we do. Maybe we should proceed with caution this time.
Agreed. And so guys, this greed thing or whatever it is, I don't get alarmed, okay? I've got this under control, but greed might be the person that I got my suit from.
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
I honestly didn't know who gave me the suit originally. I have had some suspicions that maybe I've been ignoring a little bit, that maybe it came from greed. But I really don't know much else about it or whatever.
Chrysalis, we've been through too much together now for you to speak in riddles. Why did you need the suit originally? How did you meet this person?
I just had a need, and this person, the message was just, I've seen your potential, and it had records on the things that I had been doing, the things I'd been looking into, and it was, I'm going to provide this equipment that will let you do what it is that you need to do. Just pay it back at a reasonable rate, and maybe a favor later. And then the suit arrived.
So
And
what did you need to do?
I needed to be in a suit.
Can I make it? Sorry.
Wait, what was that?
Do you still have contact with Greed?
I get a bill every so often that I send credits out to pay back for the suit, but that's been it.
Is there any way to track where the bill comes from?
I already tried that. It's a labyrinth.
I've got an idea. How about you stop paying?
Yeah, if they gotta come for you to collect.
I don't even know what to say to that.
The trail,
I haven't paid my bills in like 10 years.
Yeah.
the trail that is created should lead us back to Greed.
Yeah, you have actually gotten your hands on some new tech since coming to this ship. You might be able to reverse engineer where this signal comes from, where you make the payments to get in contact with Greed.
Okay. I can try again. To be fair, I only tried kind of the first couple weeks, and then I kind of stopped caring where it came from, to be honest.
So you're confident that your abilities are adequate?
To track the payments?
Yes.
Probably.
Well, then let's try that.
All right, well, we have this guy to deal with now. Should we just err on the side of caution and jump out of here?
I say
Look for him later.
Get the hell out of here.
All right. If there aren't any objections, and I get up and start walking toward the bridge.
All right. So you are leaving the Lich, this Lich 3, the Shield station, and heading back into orbit.
Yep.
All right, here we are. Let me get a couple things together.
And hey, and while I know some of you may be a little alarmed, I mean, Greed, it's a really dramatic name and all that, but whoever it is, they've been on the up and up with me. They gave me equipment, and they've just been billing me like I would for, I don't know, any device. There's been nothing really that weird so far. I mean, there's rumors, but maybe we could even, if we can track him down, we can, I don't know, maybe we can even get some help.
Can I run it? Can I do like an insight check on them? Like when they're talking about they just needed equipment, they got what they needed, they got what they wanted, all that. Can I tell if they're like being reluctant or scared or like leaving information out on purpose?
We'll leave that up to Dave.
Sure, go ahead and roll. Just we'll make it more dramatic.
Do both of you want to roll? You want to roll on insight and deception, or just roll and then add your thing to it?
16. That's a good roll. So, no, Chris completely feels that they were getting exactly what they needed.
That doesn't.
Yeah,
What?
Yoshi's gonna speak up and say, "We almost just died, Chrysalis. It's time to come clear with us. We have welcomed you on our home, and we have welcomed you as our crew. It is time to break the bullcrap."
I just told you the truth.
Wow, Chrysalis. Wow.
Should I have made up a story that sounded better for you?
Wow.
Just wow.
Fine, but I expect answers in a later episode.
Of our adventures.
I'm sorry. Okay, I get it. You're all curious. I get that, but we just went through a lot of shit. I don't want to even think about dealing with that right now. Okay, I'm sorry, but I told you the truth. This is who I got the suit from. That was the terms of the arrangement.
What about?
That's all I know.
What about this favor? Was there any indication as to the nature of it?
No, and to be honest, it's possible I've not thought about it much, but it's also never come up.
It worries me.
Okay, I'll be honest. It does sound like something you would have in like some like crime vid or something, and a favor to be cashed in later. But I mean, that's in the vids, right?
Someone who trades in information rarely has need of an organization or vast armies. It's likely that they use their information as their arm.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this person or this entity is clearly some kind of information broker. And honestly, my assumption was if it was ever going to be a favor, they would just need me to find out some information for them. I mean, why else? I mean, okay. I admit I didn't think too much about where I got the suit from, but I'm not an idiot. So why equip somebody with great skills with an infiltration suit if at some point you're not going to ask them to infiltrate something? It's possible.
Sounds like you didn't know exactly what you were getting into, and I can relate to that. So, whatever the details are, it's your prerogative to keep them. But if they put our crew in danger, then
no, and I absolutely
talk.
Oh no, of course not. No, I would never do that. The suit is mine. I've swept it clean many times. There's no cause to be alarmed.
So, a couple things. Sorry to interrupt y'all. You do have 2 leads to go on now that you've left the planet. An hour has passed. Your opportunity to talk to Captain Tunde is over. But Eli, you do have his name and a face that's a little familiar. So you might be able to do some research with the USF to see who he maybe worked for, things like that to get some leads. Chrysalis, you can also work on finding a way to get a hold of Greed.
Okay, yeah. I think Chrysalis at this point would probably do that, just regardless.
Cool. All right. Arcana check for the reverse engineer to get a hold of Greed. And if you want to investigate Eli, that will be the skill that you use across the internet and databases and stuff. And then, anything else that y'all want to do, mention that.
Well, if you're already going to work researching, maybe you could look up this Captain Tunde, Chris.
Sure.
All right. Everybody else, take care of yourselves.
I will go cook us a breakfast with Gacy, or not a dinner with Gacy. We should all eat together.
All right, so Chrysalis is doing the Arcana check to build or to research a way to get a hold of greed, and I'll need someone else to make the investigation check.
Oh, who's smart?
Let's see.
I'm dumb as hell.
Salvina, probably.
Smart.
Oh yeah, I just have a 3, but.
All right, so yeah, Salvina, you get a name of who this person worked for, a former commanding officer, but no additional details. However, you may be looking for a General Van Diemen.
So that's Tunde's boss or previous boss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a name that you know as well, Eli. Someone higher ranked. In fact, he was the general that you ultimately reported to when your ship was lost to the black hole.
Oh wow, what's my impression of him?
A stern type. Didn't quite always play by the rules. He left the USF in scandal.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And sorry, there was another question I missed. Someone else?
Oh, Chris was just going to point out that the general's last name, if you pronounce it phonetically incorrect, is Daimin. That's a horrible name for a general.
It's just a Dutch name.
Yes. Let's serve under the guy named Daimin. It's terrible.
All right. Chrysalis, with an 11, you think that you might be able to repurpose a nearby derelict satellite to get a hold of him. You know that this is going to be very rudimentary, though, so you won't be able to do much like mask your location, pinpoint its location. This is purely just going to be surface communication.
Gotcha. But can send a message.
You
At
can
least
send a message.
Wherever the bills are coming from. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I can. I think I can get a message to wherever the bills are coming from, which may not be his direct location, but should be good enough. Although the question is, what should the message be? What do we want to ask? Do we want to ask about? Do we want to see if maybe we can make a deal for information on the general? We could do that. I don't know what the price would be. Maybe just credits. What?
If they're as widespread and have a hand in as much as you say, I think that would be really useful. What will you do if they try to cash in that favor of yours?
I've so far taken a policy of not thinking about it until it happens, and I've been through a lot, so I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Use your discretion here. I'm taking a shower.
Enjoy.
It's my fourth one today.
Brizza just walks away and goes to work on repairing the mech without saying anything.
All right.
So Chris makes the message, looking for information on name of the general, willing to pay creds.
Yeah.
Please respond.
Okay, got it. As soon as you press send, the screen that you're using turns completely into a blue-white color. And in this, flashing kind of garbled text that appears, you see these tendrils of light moving in this ribbon-like symmetry. And occasionally, as they pass, they seem to form a face. And every time it's a different face. Looks like a different creature, different person. But you are connected with something here, and it does reply, and it says, I've received your message. Says I am also receiving the information from Nanalu 3, Chrysalis. Excellent work.
Fair enough.
Says I decided it would be easier to speak like this than to exchange messages back and forth.
It's very fancy tech. I'm impressed.
As I've identified your location as the Lich system, as I do not presently require assistance there. As Chrysalis, are you seeking a job elsewhere, or is there another reason that you've opened this channel?
Actually, was just hoping to trade for some information, just about a person.
Right. And who else is with Chrysalis at this point? Has anyone joined?
Chris would have went off to do this
Solo
by himself.
Got it. Okay, cool. In that case, then it says, sorry, what was your question? The information you're seeking?
Oh, yeah, seeking information on an individual.
Yeah. So I do understand the following terms. General Van Diemen, Operation Enduring Whisper. Says that is something I've associated with him. You are not the first to request details on this, and none of the other interested parties have been able to afford my price. This information is highly prized.
Oh, what is your price then?
Says, I have a question for you. As a policy, I do not require an explanation of how you plan to use these details against General Van Diemen. However, all data has value. Offer an explanation, and I can give you a discount.
Okay. Pause. DM, just quickly summarize again why. Because I know there's a star chart and.
So yeah, it seems that from reading this past document that the general has been investigating this cryptozoological space mysteries and stuff to
Gotcha.
gain his own power.
Okay.
So at one point he sacrificed several crews, including Eli's crew, to do something. Lately he's been researching dinosaurs. That's where Yoshi came from. So yeah, this general is into this intergalactic occult, if you will.
Gotcha. Building a big power base.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get to him to stop him, get something from him. What was the crew wanting?
Eli, Yoshi, did y'all have any particular motivation there? Salvina, for what it's worth, they were messing with the aboleth. Mucking around in science they shouldn't have.
That's true. All right.
So yeah, they do have a track record of not being good guys.
Okay. Unpause. Okay. Simple truth. This guy is putting together, and I'm sure you already know some of this yourself, is putting together a very bizarre and very large power base that the crew that I'm currently running with, it intertwines, and we know we're going to run into them at some point. We just want to have the information so that when we have to deal with this person, we can do so successfully and not just get ourselves killed.
Says, then what I can exchange to you is information on General Van Diemen and black ops sites associated with Operation Enduring Whisper. Says I believe that this will help you locate him and put an end to his operations. Says, what I would request, though, is if it is safe to do so, route the information to me, the same as you've done in previous jobs. And pardon me, I just want to understand what he was doing.
That actually sounds very reasonable.
Says, then, unfortunately, the information I have on Operation Enduring Whisper is hundreds of years old. Says,
hundreds of years old?
Says, yes. The operation predates the general. This was something, a defunded project that he later tried to get into. Enduring Whisper is a treasure trove of mythological studies in space, ancient behemoths and powers unknown that could be weaponized and used to overpower others. It says it seems that the general may be after that.
Okay, so he's picked up this old legacy. Understood.
This is precisely. It says, so the information I have on Operation Enduring Whisper, it's old. It says this is in one of my old laboratories. It says if you can reconnect this laboratory to the grid, I can download this information, exchange it to you, and then you can have what you seek.
That's still a fairly solid lead.
Chrysalis.
This is my one request. Once I have retrieved the information from this laboratory, I need you to destroy it.
That's probably what we would do anyway, so I agree.
That's excellent. Says then, you have the objectives in exchange for the information on General Van Diemen. I need you to go to Chrysalis 4, find the observation post that contains this data. Repair the facility so that I can transmit data back to me, and after it has been transmitted, destroy the observation post.
That, again, sounds extremely reasonable. Chrysalis 4. Copy that.
I will warn you, Chrysalis 4 is now a tomb world. The native race suffered a nuclear war and have reverted to a tribal society with advanced weaponry beyond their grasp. The area will likely have environmental and indigenous threats.
Lovely. Okay, well, I appreciate the warning.
I recommend using your ship's sensors once you have approached the planet. I have been in the dark about this planet's status for some time.
Okay, is anything else you can think of?
It says, are we discussing this privately right now?
We are.
This,
I suspected you wouldn't talk otherwise.
Do not look for secrets in this observation post, and make sure that your assistants, or rather your comrades, do not either.
Wouldn't they be secrets that you would like?
Because these secrets are for my eyes only.
If we destroy the outpost, how will you get the secrets?
It says that's why I'm collecting the data before you destroy it.
Ah, I see. Leave the data encrypted is what you're saying.
It says, do not go poking around unnecessarily. I will deal with the information.
All right. Well, without you, we wouldn't have the lead at all. So, deal.
Right. And the face in the text shimmers a couple more times. Awaiting any other questions.
So you got my last payment on the suit, okay? Right?
It says perfect and delivered as clockwork.
All right. Well, thank you. If I need to get in touch with you again, would possibly be an easier channel.
Says, you have mastered this one. Said, send me a short message. I will reopen this video.
Okay. Thank you. And again, I really appreciate. I appreciate that you're you understand the information business world. Thank you.
Says, we are very useful to each other, Chrysalis. And with that, it disconnects.
Okay, now how do I explain this to the crew?
So Eli's been took a shower, has on sweatpants and like a sweatshirt crop top, and is
great.
Working out really, really hard, doing all these push-ups and sit-ups and being really aggressive and working something out. It's not just a hard workout,
Yeah.
And then I want to visit Salvina in her lab or wherever she is.
I'm in the lab, but I'm just writing in my diary. So as soon as I see Eli approaching, I'm gonna close it and activate the encryption.
I have a towel and I'm wiping off my neck and stuff, and I'm like, Salvina, are you busy?
No, what's up?
I was just wondering if you saw what happened to my arm back there, right?
Did I?
Yeah,
not
I
a
think
character.
yeah, I think everyone that happened early enough in the fight that y'all are all conscious to see the black tentacles emerge from his arm.
Can you remind me exactly what? So black tentacles emerged from his arm.
And
Michael?
like whipped around. Yeah, they were like these big black spectral tentacles that whipped around, and when because Eli took like a really big hit and like lost most of his hit points right when we landed, and then he was trying to like steady his gun, and all that shit was happening kind of without his control.
Oh, has that ever happened to you before?
Not that I know of. Do you know what it was?
I don't know. Maybe let me gather my reference materials and I start perusing my bookshelves to see if there's anything that might remind me of it. Can I do a medicine?
Yeah, medicine check's good.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't have any information on it, Salvina, but you do have a match towards material that your ship has scanned in the past. Whatever you see now active in his arm is made from the same thing as the void wraiths that you had fought in the past.
Oh. I'll tell him that.
Do you?
That thing.
Oh, those. Okay.
Yeah. The betrayer.
Oh yeah, that one's fun. Is it gonna spread?
I don't know. What do we know of these creatures?
Yeah, so with that, you do know that they were born from black holes, or at least they seem to be more propagated in those areas. So yeah, what they're made of though, those creatures are extremely mysterious. Yeah, but they only show up near space-time events like that.
Okay. And did we talk about where Eli came from?
No, he crashed down on the planet after being in an oxygen-deprived life support pod. Is that right?
Yep.
Eli, do you remember when you were born?
Yeah, I remember growing up. I remember the academy, and I remember a big mission. I remember my crew was all very excited, and one of the best feelings was the trust they had in me.
What year is it now?
You're asking me or Dustin?
Dustin.
Yeah, so Eli, I think I know what y'all are getting at. When y'all first met, Eli did lose about 5 years.
Oh, okay.
So he just has 5 years of no memories.
Right.
Okay, but his other than that, it doesn't seem like he came from way back in the past or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Brendan Fraser.
Blast from the past.
Yeah. No. So in Eli's your memories get hazy from the point of why you ejected from the ship.
Okay.
But yeah, that from what you later found out, that was about I think 5 years ago.
Yeah, Eli, I think you might have passed through maybe not a black hole, but some kind of ripple in space-time, and that could be what's affecting your body and your memories.
Right. I'm having a lot of a captain shouldn't have any doubts, especially going into what seems like the most dangerous stuff we've dealt with so far. A captain should be able to make split decisions and trust that it's the best decision for the crew. I don't know if this is gonna spread or if it's gonna get more dangerous, but I need to concentrate it on being the best that I can be for all of you. So I was wondering, and I thought about Brizza first because she's so strong, but I don't think she'd be interested. I was wondering if you would like to be XO of the ship and handle the day-to-day, and if anything happens to me, taking over as captain.
I think that we're more of a team. You know, we're each as important as the other, and
Right, I know. We all have something to contribute, but if in the heat of everything, everyone will need a leader to look to, and if something happens, I think that you would do a great job. Will you be my XO? And XO by Beyonce starts playing.
But why me?
You're smart, and I know you're really busy, so if that has something to do with it, you can say no, but it's your kindness and your heart that I think will make you a valuable second in command.
Well, as you know, Brizza and I have been working together. We've been companions for a long time. I will consider it, and I deeply appreciate your faith in me.
Sure, yeah.
But
well, thanks. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think anything's gonna happen to you. We'll look out for each other, no matter what.
Then you hear over the intercom, crew, please come to the mess hall.
Didn't realize how starving I was. Anyway, thanks, Salvina. Let's talk later.
Okay, thank you.
And,
all right. And as y'all are heading to the mess hall, was anyone else doing anything during that time to mention?
Yeah.
Besides making spaghetti?
Oh, what the? I can't mention that. It wasn't spaghetti this time.
Oh,
Casey and I were having a montage on making a Thanksgiving dinner. Okay.
I was about to once the group arrived, have you describe it. So yes, what does the group see, Tyler?
Which part is the mess hall, by the way? Okay, I got it.
Oh, don't call it. Excuse you, Salvi. Before you see a full Thanksgiving dinner laid out, including a large bird creature of some kind. It's not quite a turkey. It has a few horns. But obviously, something like it. You see a few different green bean casseroles and different sides all laid out on the big table. Casey and I have been hard at work. We have prepared a lovely dinner.
How does it smell? Out of character.
maybe in character because you don't smell.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna lean over to Brizza and just ask her, how does it smell?
Brizza looks at you and shrugs.
Wow, Yoshi, this looks amazing.
I'm eating it like, oh, thanks, buddy. Oh,
I didn't even see him sit down. He's already eating. That's amazing.
I could eat 4 of these bird things.
Dig in.
Brizza takes a turkey leg and leaves and says, "I've got work to do."
Oh. As you cut into the turkey, it is full of spaghetti instead of stuffing.
Oh, what a horror show!
Spagurky.
Spagurky, yes.
Spagurky, my favorite. How did you know?
You all thought you maybe would have one meal without spaghetti.
Yeah, you slice it with your little raptor arms, and as soon as it slices, all the spaghetti just spills out onto the platter.
As when Brizza first starts walking away, Chrysalis starts to kind of follow behind her.
Okay. Brizza gives Chris a look and says, "Yeah."
Hey, are you okay?
I've never been that intimate with death before. I'm gonna need a little bit of time.
I get that. I've almost died twice now, so yeah, I get that. So yeah, you just want to be alone?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks
well yeah, if you don't, just let us know. It's a good bunch.
Thanks. And I go back to my lab to work on the mech.
We're being very careful to not cover up the
There's candles beneath it now too that we label it.
All right. So yes, now that you have a delicious Thanksgiving pasta sitting in your bellies, you have a chance to get a long rest. I guess over dinner, did you want to discuss anything, Chrysalis?
Yeah.
You know,
that's a good
things.
call. So yeah, I make sure everyone has got food in themselves and seems happier before I start talking.
You hear Araposa in the background softly.
So good news. I was able to get a hold of this greed person. And I was able to talk to them, and honestly, they didn't come across like some vid crime lord, but wow, who turned the music up that loud? Wow. So
This is Araposa's slow dance special. My favorite calming music.
No, it's a great choice. Yeah, honestly, they were very reasonable. They did know about this general guy. Apparently, he's pulled up some. It's some old it's so ancient. It's like some kind of hundreds of years old thing to research the occult and get power and stuff, which seems to be what dinosaurs, not like you, but other dinosaurs and like the void stuff and all that, maybe the obelisk. And he's picked it back up and he's building a power base, which this greed seems to feel is just as bad of an idea as we do. Because some maniac running around the galaxy with crazy stuff is not really good for business, and greed really does seem like a businessman, a little suspicious, I admit. But he's given us a lead. He's actually given us a lead of an old lab that was in use by this organization, which we should be able to get access to, and then be able to track the more current movements of the general. Honestly, that was pretty great.
And one thing to correct.
Okay, sorry.
He's having you go to an observation lab of his, not one of
I thought it was an old one of the legacy. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so we're going to use one of Greed's research labs in order to be able to get the information we need. And so pause a sec. So he had abandoned his own lab, or
yeah. So this is an old lab that he lost contact with. He needs you to repair it so that he can get the information.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's an old lab that apparently been keeping tabs on this whole legacy thing, and we'll get it up and running, and then we can get the information, hopefully, on the general's current movements.
Sounds like the best lead we have with minimal risk.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, basically, we're just going to go in and, get his own lab up and running for him, which is a perfectly reasonable cost for getting the information we need. Now, however, I do got to say though, this planet that this thing is on, Chitos 4, it does sound kind of nasty. Apparently, it's some basically like you know when you see those vids that was like the post-apocalyptic when they like nuke themselves and then you've got all like the crazed savages around and there's some radiation clouds over the valley and all that. Well, that's where we'd be going. So there is that.
Like that
We don't.
Mad
We don't.
Mike.
The USF does not use the word savages for indigenous peoples, however.
Wasn't that you that said that?
No.
But oh, I thought it was. Well, anyway, so yeah, so we'll go to this planet. Apparently, it's pretty scary. We'll want to be careful. We'll find the lab. We'll get it up and running. We'll get the info we want. He doesn't want like the indigenous people taking it over because they love trying to get their hands on tech. So he wants us to blow it up on our way out, which I thought you guys would probably really enjoy.
Yeah, I could use a victory myself. How about you, Yoshi?
Oh yeah.
Now there is
All right.
one thing. There is one before I forget. There is one thing you guys might not like.
Great.
So, and I think this is perfectly reasonable because Greed's own information is stored here, wants it back, and understandable. He doesn't want us poking our noses into it. He wants us to leave it encrypted and just send it back. No copies, none of our normal shenanigans. But considering the lead we got, I think that's reasonable.
So we just ignore that, right?
Well, I don't think we should, because even if this person's activities, some rumors are a little suspicious, they've so far been on the up and up with us, and they could be useful in the future, but not if we burn them. In fact, probably be quite dangerous if we did. That's my take. That's my take.
If that, how would you feel about covertly unencrypting it and then re-encrypting it so we could check it out? It may be helpful.
So, I know why you want to do this, and trust me, I love information. I do this sort of thing, but this entity, whoever it is, did get me the suit and has just been a great business partner for me. So I don't want to screw him.
All right, you're the intelligence officer of this ship, and at this point, I trust you. So if your call is to keep it encrypted for them, I trust your judgment call.
Now, I'm not saying that when we're there, we can't just, use our eyeballs and see if there's anything that seems weird or that might give us any indicator that Greed isn't, just a, slightly roguish adventure broker. Of course we can do that.
You gonna eat that spagurki over there?
I'm
start reaching for his.
I'm already full. Here you go.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So the group will begin traveling to Chitos 4, which will be this lovely wasteland planet. We will take a quick break in a couple minutes, but over the course of this journey, everyone will level up.
Woo!
Yeah.
I was unsure of how y'all would approach that the first encounter, if y'all would run in there or not. Which is
so
why
just so you know, you're leveling.
Yeah, that was why there might be a level up mid session or not.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. You characters will describe what you get through leveling up, and then we'll start the investigation of Chitos 4 and Greed's old observation lab.
Sounds good.
Smell you soon. Oh, can I get that sweet, sweet break music, Dustin?
Of course.
Thanks.
Oh, whoa.
I have returned.
Hi, Choo-choo.
Since you can't tell.
Thank
Unless
you.
I say something.
Oh, and Tyler's back too. All right. So the party is leaving the Lich system and is en route to the Chitos system, Chitos 4, to be specific. While en route, which does take a week and several days, the party has an opportunity to engage in some training, maybe build some new contraptions, or otherwise refine their abilities. So we're going to do a little montage here, and then going in our usual order, starting with Bonnie, ending in Dave. Everyone will mention what they're doing during this transit, and what they picked for level 5. So as the ship cruises through the stars, what's Brizza been up to?
Brizza has been working out extensively, like shadow boxing and doing push-ups and doing deadlifts and just like anything you can think of, like intense exercises that you don't really need much equipment for, in order to buff up so that she can get an extra attack.
All right. Is there a slow motion sequence of her like shaking off all her sweat?
Dog.
And for those that are looking closely, you can see at the base of her hair, her roots are starting to grow in white.
Aww.
Oh.
What about, can Brizza sweat or does she just pant?
No, she sweats. It's
Okay.
It's like thick hair, not like. Well, I guess it's like a combo of fur and hair. I don't know. It's like a dog with an undercoat, maybe.
Okay.
She sweat a little bit. She's got sweat droplets on the end of her fur. And I would say you may notice in the future her mom tattoo glows just a little bit less brightly when someone says the word mom.
Oh. Oh.
What the hell was that about, Bonnie?
Yeah, you're fucking me up.
All right.
Like it's still like an energetic montage, but as she's like thinking, you see it like just dimming a little bit.
And your heart just falls.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of the softness in her eyes has faded.
You know this is only like 2 weeks, not like 20 years ago, right?
All right. Salvina.
So I've spent this full time, lab montage in a lab coat and goggles. I've learned so many new things from the aboleth that I just can't get the ideas out fast enough. So my piles of Crystallopath monthly are stacked up on my lab tables. I'm feverishly. I've pulled out all of the booklets and crystals and samples that we've picked up. And I've culminated even a new crystal. But yes. But basically after all this experimentation and little explosions and things where I've had to enlist Gacy as a lab assistant, I've found three new types of crystals imbued with powers that I can leverage for our future adventures.
Do you want to walk us through those, or is it going to be a surprise?
What do you guys want?
Surprise!
Okay. So I'll just give you the names of the crystals. One is a hematite crystal, the other is fluorite, and the third is a quasi crystal. That's the one that was created in a lab.
Huh. All right. Eli.
All right. Eli is like, in the like command room or whatever with Chrysalis on part, and we're looking at like maps of this planet, and Eli is kind of like walking around, like pacing around and like talking about plans with Chrysalis. And also, I don't know if there's a way to practice rifles indoors.
Yeah. You can train
Meat locker.
Yeah, Yoshi in the meat locker.
Yeah, I'm like practicing my rifle and like cleaning it and reload. I don't know if you have to clean a laser rifle and like reloading it and working on accuracy. So I'm working on like my shooting skills and my tactician skills. And in this week, I also like get a haircut, so my hair is like really clean now. And Eli shaves the scruffy part, but keeps a mustache.
Oh.
It's in the 70s, like.
Totally.
Yeah.
And he's also like working out with. He's like interacting with various members of the crew, like trying to play that, like checking on how everyone's progress is doing, and like working out with Brizza and stuff.
Yeah. You could take a snapshot of any of these interactions, and they'd all make great corporate stock photos.
Right. And I took an extra attack, so I'm gonna attack with my rifle twice.
All right, Yoshi.
You don't see Yoshi very often, but you do hear growls from the meat locker and the occasional whipping sound. And he also is sporting a leather jacket somehow. Don't know where that came from. But he has a leather jacket. You hear whipping noises from his meat locker sometimes. And I gain the rage ability.
Whoa.
Oh, Dave, you're like super quiet.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what you said there.
And yeah, if anyone peeks into the meat locker, they'll see a spagurky hanging up. Yoshi does a flying kick to eviscerate it.
So wait, when he kicks it,
All right, and Chrysalis, we want to wrap up the montage with you.
Yeah, let's see. How's my sound now? Is it back?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, I'll just stick with headphones for the rest of this session. All right, so I'm gonna involve several of you in this. So when Cosmo shaves and just has the mustache left, he looks over at Chrysalis, and Chrysalis is just like a slow shake of the head. And so Chrysalis is furiously working away in the computer lab, the lab where she's got the suit and everything. The door's shut, of course. But Salvina, when you walk by, you do hear Chrysalis angrily talking to themselves. Yeah, so I have one existential crisis, and now I'm supposed to go seek mental health. Really?
Oh.
Man, I thought she was cool. So you hear that as you're going by. There was no way I was letting that drop from that episode.
I think it's fine. Hey, it's fine for anybody to seek mental health assistance, regardless of.
Yeah. But I'm in character. You think.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just disclaimering us. Yeah.
Oh yes. For the audience at home, please understand, mental health is always a good idea.
Always worthwhile investment.
But if you go to a friend and say, I have an issue, and they're like, you should go seek professional help immediately, it might ruffle your feathers a little bit. And then after all of this work and stuff that goes on in secret, Yoshi, Chrysalis comes running up to you in the suit and like, okay, what I just saw you do with the meat, that was super scary, but I got to show you some stuff. Okay, so the stealth part of the suit hadn't really been working since a job I did before when you guys found me. I know it was kind of weird. I could only turn invisible when no one was looking at me, which was hilarious, but not very effective. Well, bam! And then like the stealth mode kicks in right where you're staring at Chrysalis, and all you can just see is the slight light blur as Chrysalis moves around. So look, invisible, and now okay. So Pete thinks he's trying to kill me, right? Well, what if there's more than me? And then these you hear this whirring noise, and then there's multiple Chrysalises all standing around in the room. It's like like holographic projectors, and like this is going to be great for defense. And but I can also do this. And then an image appears of Cosmo just eating a turkey leg and just like walking back and forth inside the meat section. Like, pretty cool, right?
Yoshi jumps into the air and is going to claw swipe at one of the clones trying to break his mask off.
Yeah, with your animal instincts, you knew that was just a clone. That was awesome, Yoshi. And then Chrysalis runs out of the room to go back to the lab.
Yeah. All right, I think Yoshi that would have missed anyway. But yes, so Chrysalis shows off the new gadgets, and the party is all a little bit stronger at the end of our montage.
I didn't notice this until after I picked Rage. But in order to get the extra roll, you have to be a Strength attack. Oh. Can I change that to Dex? If not, I'm going to go for extra attack instead. Because
that is only Strength.
Okay, yeah, because Yoshi is Dex based. I didn't know this was only Strength.
Yeah, rage is only strength.
Then I'm gonna switch it to extra attack then, because it wouldn't be any use to me.
Okay.
Sadly.
Okay. Well, you still get. Michael's making me feel bad.
No. I like Tough DM, Daddy. I liked
I
almost
was gonna say,
died.
when I heard that in my head, was it like a dig?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
I
it
heard
wasn't a
it like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
It's excitement.
All right. So yes, the group. You know that you're nearing Chaitos 4, and with your advanced sensors, you should be able to get some information on this planet. And just to recap, yeah, the group, as Chrysalis explained, is here to find an old observation post that Greed used to have, to retrieve some information. Once it's online, he'll get that data, and then he requests that you destroy the lab. So should be in out, fairly straightforward. However, as you approach the planet, you do get an alert on your comm systems, and the music's kind of loud for me. Give me one second.
We're getting Mass Effect all
Yeah, I
over the
was gonna
place.
say, there's definitely a Mass Effect.
Yeah, I try to keep all the music. Anyway, you get an alert that this is an uncontacted planet, which is from USF rules. These planets contain sentient species that have not yet developed FTL communications. Per the USF rules of conduct, it is illegal to interact with these people. So that's just the USF rules. You know, y'all can choose to break them. But yes, this planet did not yet advance to space.
All right, I'm sorry, but we have to turn around.
Whatever you say, Captain.
That was a joke. We
All
should. So at this point, with what I've learned about what's happened with the USF, I'm a little less, tied to their rules, I think, but they are in place to keep the people safe. So we should make as little contact as possible. Let's fly in stealthily if we can.
Well, and according to Greed, most of the people on this planet are extremely violent anyway, so probably best not to interact.
Can we, is there a way to fly to kind of scan from the atmosphere and see where the best place to land is?
Yeah, so you do have the ability to use your advanced sensors out here to get some information about the planet.
Okay.
So yeah, you can roll nature to get information about the planet itself, and then if you want to get details on the actual laboratory that you're seeking, that'll be investigation.
Okay.
I can back up somebody with nature, or roll it myself.
Yeah, why don't you roll that yourself and then Chrysalis, scan the surface.
Yeah, I should probably be the investigation roller, although somebody can back me up.
Yeah, if anybody wants to back me up. I guess it doesn't really matter,
I'll back up Chrysalis.
All right, cool. So, Brizza, you get some information about the planet. As described, the climate is in disarray. There are nuclear winds, covering the planet. Occasionally, your sensors can get through to the planet's surface beyond the thick atmosphere. But even then, things are tricky because there are giant stretches of atomic glass just melted into the sands that are confusing and muddling the data that your sensors are getting. So you know that, it's going to be difficult up here, and even flying into the planet is likely going to prove difficult. Some of your technology may not be as reliable.
Can we, are we protected from the radiation?
Yes. And in your ship and basic suits, you will be. Yeah. And then the other thing that you discover is a little bit about the indigenous race of this planet. It's a race of militaristic reptilians called basiloids. They basically advanced to an industrial era Most of their cities are now in ruins, they have reverted to tribal society with their industrial age technology. So, but yeah, somehow this nuclear war, impeded their advancement once it ruined the planet.
Gotcha.
Chrysalis, you do not, with all the radiation interfering here, you do not get a good location of where this observation post is. However, you had some information from Greed in the mountain range that the post is in. So once you get down to closer to the surface, you may be able to check again.
Okay, cool. Wasn't somebody technically going to back me up on that investigation roll? I don't.
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it was a
14.
Oh, I see.
All right, what are we working with, guys?
Well, we know it's supposed to be located in a mountain range, and that the planet is really yucky.
All right. Let's get as close as we can. Brizza, is your mech up and running?
Yeah, it's been repaired.
All right. I just want to take us as close as we can. Maybe above like visual range as much as possible. I want to avoid the locals being able to see us if I can.
Okay. Yeah. So
can we disembark while in stealth mode?
No, teleporter does not work while in stealth mode.
Gotcha.
We can always go in stealth and like park, and then beam off or something.
We could take the water pathways, if there are some, or I could.
Look, from what you can tell, this planet has few oceans anymore.
What about sewers?
Ugh.
So you know that the location you're heading to is not an urban center.
Okay.
It's like the observation post was built in a mountain.
Yoshi, you have a locker full of raw meat. I don't think you're in any place to judge.
Okay. All right. So are we landing or are we hovering and then like teleporting down?
Well, so Eli, you're looking for a place to land basically near this mountain, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you descend into the radioactive atmosphere, you have all of your vision obscured. Your sensors are having difficulty even figuring out your exact altitude as you're coming down. There's you're getting some kind of debris and resistance through the winds here. Let me update the music actually. 1 second, let me find it. There we go. And here we go. As you depart the upper atmosphere and finally break from under the clouds, you notice that you have maybe a couple hundred feet before you hit the ground. Your sensors were not working correctly in this cloud, so you are very quickly going to have to make some adjustments on your course here. So whoever's maneuvering the vessel, please make a survival check.
It'd be me and Eli. I've got decent survival.
Well, so who was maneuvering the ship there before? And don't roll before y'all decide who's doing it.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm gonna have y'all re-roll.
All right, it's me. Let's try this. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. And you're backing me up, right?
Yeah, you can back her up. So
yes.
All right. Cool. So with Brizza starts pulling up on the throttle to avoid smashing into the ground, and Eli notices that some extra juice from pressing a button on the console that gets them just a little bit more pitch that they need here to not crash into the mountain. However, in careening off to the side, they actually see several lights start appearing in the clouds as you start hearing some engines roar, and several trucks emerge out of the darkness, each of them armored with these rusty plates and such. as they begin to chase after your low altitude vessel.
Oh my god, is this like a Mad Max situation? Can we just like emergency teleport us to the surface and then tell Gacy to take it into orbit?
So as far no, your ship has to be stationary for you to teleport.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
I don't think we want to get out in the ship in front of that convoy anyway.
It's a ship fight.
Well, they're in trucks. I mean, we're in a spaceship.
All right. So yeah, the way the teleporter works, you can teleport within 500 feet, and then it takes 2 turns basically.
Okay. When you started posting these dragons in here, I thought you were gonna do the space version of the like Power Ranger dragon team that we fought in our fantasy setting.
No, I'm
Sorry about that, dude.
just reusing assets.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
I still want to do that thing where they escape from our prison.
As we play as them
Yeah.
escaping our prison. That would be so fun.
Dustin, how scary are these trucks? Like, do they seem like they can pose much of a threat?
For those mentioning Mad Max, that's about what you have. Maybe slightly higher tech, but still as rusty and ramshackle. Yes, they could pose a threat, potentially. Could certainly be a nuisance.
So much for not interacting with the locals.
As a matter of fact, here in just a second we roll initiative. There is you notice these harpoons launch from each of the vehicles that are in pursuit of you. Again, whoever's piloting the vehicle with the assistance, let me get a dexterity save. And this will use your characters to try and dodge these harpoons.
Ooh, I don't have those.
Do we get advantage for thrusters, I think? Don't we have increased thrusters?
So, yeah, the way that the thrusters will work is, I think those just reduce damage if something hits you.
Yeah.
It's plus,
just gives half damage.
It's AC and helps you reduce the damage, yeah. And that evasion is just for your character, right, Julie?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Brizza with the dexterity save, it looks like all 3 harpoons will hit you. So,
but I'm using a reaction.
Yeah? What do you use your reaction with?
Reduce incoming damage by half.
So this is not damage necessarily.
Okay.
This is essentially grappling onto your ship.
Ship grapple, yeah.
So, what we have right now, just to set the scene, is your group coming in from the radioactive clouds, almost hitting a mountain, taking a curve. Several of these armored trucks now in pursuit. They loose their harpoons that are now connected to your vessel, preventing you from ascending back into the atmosphere. You have a long stretch of dusty plains and atomic glass in front of you, but you might be able to do something to not be pulled into the earth. So with that, we will have everyone roll initiative.
Oh, brother.
Rizza, are you thinking about jumping into your mech?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be necessary here.
What I will say, Brizza, is that their cars and your ship seem to be moving faster than your mech can run.
Oh.
So,
No.
well, your mech could be useful, but you may need to teleport back to your ship if for some reason they start outpacing you. Yeah, so just something to note there. Let me add their turn. There are 3 total vehicles, 3 harpoons stuck. And Chrysalis, you being tuned into the ship, it's main science officer. You do know that there are several hull breaches on the lower level that you might be able to tend to directly to unhook the harpoons.
Okay, all right.
And then one other thing, Salvina, you also know that this might be a good time to use the sensors to actually try and find that abandoned outpost.
We also have auto turrets that should start shooting at the car thing.
Y'all installed those auto turrets?
I don't think we did.
Wait, they're on the list of parts.
There are ones we can
Yeah.
do.
Possible upgrades.
Oh, never mind. We don't have that.
Hey
All
guys,
right.
sure wish we had those auto turrets. There's a
did.
camera pan somewhere to a ship factory and it just says auto turret.
we did install the auto turns. They didn't install the.
They had not.
They had in fact not installed the auto turns.
God, our ship says bless this mess.
Although, real quick check before we go any further, Yoshi, Cosmo, and Brizza, do you all have one stim pack in your inventory?
Oh, I write that down.
Yes, he did not.
I did not.
So y'all, this is going to be kind of an abstract combat.
Yeah,
it's a good way to set vehicles chasing a ship across a long plane.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So if you have questions about how things are in relation to each other, also feel free to be as creative as you'd like in your solutions here. But so we have 3 trucks hooked onto the ship, keeping it from ascending as you go across this dusty radioactive plain. Salvina.
Perhaps we can fire an EMP into their trucks through the hooks.
What?
They're
probably not electric.
Rust.
I just
Rust.
need discharge electricity.
Oh yeah, the rust bugs.
Or that.
No, I like the electricity.
How do you propose you do this, Julie?
You're the scientist.
I assume we have to off gas in some way, right?
What do you mean?
What?
Talking about farting?
Release gas? Yeah. What is off gas?
I have an idea.
Okay. Never mind. I'll just stick my head out of a porthole and see if I can hit one of the grappling hooks with one of my new crystals.
Okay. You don't quite have portholes. This is a spaceship, but I'm trying to think here.
Hey, in Futurama, they've got portholes, and that show is incredibly scientifically accurate. So,
Can she use the ship's guns to, instead of aiming at them, aim at the line, the tow cable or whatever?
like
it
the
is?
lower gun.
So yeah,
I could load up one of my crystals in the chamber.
Yes. So yeah, you can use the guns, which I think if you click on one of the tokens, the ship cannon button should appear. And yes, you can try to shoot at the cars, the trucks, which are easier than shooting at the chain, which is moving around.
Oh, okay.
Get them.
All right.
Aw.
And with an 11, it does seem that the shot hits the earth and misses. Just as a note, in the ship, if you're not if you don't want to just fire cannons, you can assist others. There are the scans that you can do also to know where you want to go. What else? Just the assisting and doing other research and stuff. So, thanks, Chrysalis. All right, it is Eli's turn.
Are there any outcroppings or pieces of the mountain that I think if I ram the ship into them, it'll make boulders fall onto the cars?
Okay, got it. So you're looking for some terrain that you can use against them.
Or blast it. Maybe blast the terrain.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, make a survival check for me.
If we could just force them to
Alright.
drive into something their trucks can't handle.
Like a volcano.
A swamp.
Swampy.
A volcano swamp.
The problem might be that
Man.
if they get stuck in a swamp or whatever, we get stuck with them since we're attached to them.
I can still try to shoot, right?
Not quite. So yeah, you're using your action to like scan around and look at topography and stuff like that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna inspire Brizza. I'm like looking at the scanners, and I'm like, "All right, Brizza."
Wow, so inspiring.
All right, Brizza.
And I touch her on the shoulder.
So,
All right.
Julie, I'll give you a bonus on your next turn since I should have mentioned this earlier, but y'all do have like a hatch on the back that you could fire out of.
A hatch, yes.
Yeah. So, actually, if Salvina, you just wanted to use one of your other abilities, I'll let you remake that roll.
Okay. Now or next turn?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Oh, okay. I pop my head out of the hatch and brandish a pointed fluorite crystal.
Wow.
Attempting to get the chains or the grappling hooks at the point of contact in order to spread lightning through their ship.
Got it.
Or
Okay.
trucks. My
So
bad.
that's Witch Bolt?
It's a fluorite crystal. Fluorite bolt.
Okay.
I forget, but I put the parentheses as the normal.
Yeah. No, that's good. I wanted to make sure I understood what it was. So
Okay.
okay. So yeah, go ahead and make that ranged spell attack, please.
I think it's Call Lightning.
No.
fluorite.
It's
yeah, sorry.
something bolt.
It is the 5th edition normal spell, Witch Bolt, but in space,
Yes.
it's Fluorite Bolt.
Yes, exactly. Which bolt was what it was. What do I roll again for hitting?
I think it's a D10 plus whatever your highest mental stat is. So
Okay.
enter Wisdom plus proficiency. So it'll probably be like a +6 or something.
Okay. Jinkies.
Yeah, but D20.
I didn't think
Probably a
Witch
6
Bolt
or
was
7.
lightning.
Wait, is it a D10 or a D20?
It's a D20 on
Okay.
the hit, and then we roll the damage. Okay. So yeah, if we add another even 7 to that, a 14 does not hit the vehicle.
Damn.
So they're swerving around. You see the lizard men, all malnourished, looking back at you, trying to dodge your fluoride bolt. And after that is their turn. You start to see that a couple of the lizard men in the trucks actually start pulling out these long, like 20-foot poles. It seems like they're maybe attempting to vault onto your ship.
This is crazy, guys.
Pole
People
vault,
are crazy.
to be precise. Yeah.
Can we talk during this whole sequence
To them or with each other?
with each other?
Yes, you can talk to each other. You have basic comms to each other.
Okay. I want to talk. I want to hop on the channel and say, wait, these things have never seen a spaceship before. Maybe we can intimidate them with our technology.
I don't know. I mean, they knew where we were coming in our approach. I think these people know more about space than they should.
If Greed's from here or had operations here or whatever, they may know about space travel because of Greed.
I see.
All right, but with that, they look like they're preparing to vault aboard. They do not yet, but there is 2 shots from the other vehicles. Pardon me. I lost the button. So, there we go. Both of those are versus the ship. An 8 and a 14. I think both of those miss the ship's AC.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So those continue firing, and it is now Yoshi's turn.
Yoshi will fire a ship cannon with
What are you doing,
advantage.
I'm not moving that, but I added it.
So you roll another 2d10 for me, Tyler.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage to the first undamaged truck. Plates of metal and slag are blown off from the heat of the laser, but it does still shred forth. It is Brizza. Oh, wait, Yoshi, you get another attack.
Oh, okay. 13 and 13.
13 misses, though. All right, Brizza.
All right.
Are you going to leap out on your mech? All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want your mech music?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Mech music.
Make music.
Okay.
Whoa.
All
All
right. So they're in 3 different vehicles. Is that
Slightly
right?
distracted.
Yes, they're in 3 different vehicles.
Okay. How far apart are they?
Oh, also, Chrysalis, what was your initiative? I don't see you on the list.
Oh, that's weird. Huh.
The music.
I remember rolling really poorly. Let's see. So it's probably last anyway.
Okay, I'll just put you last for now and correct me later. So, Brizza,
Yeah.
you asked how far apart they are?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I had a 7.
So I would say they're probably about no more than 30 feet apart.
30 feet apart? Oh, wait, that's okay. I can do a 3x3 square, so that's like 15 feet, right?
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to hit more than one vehicle with that
Oh,
rocket.
the bitch. All right.
Whoa.
Does any of them look like they're the leader?
There's one truck that's slightly larger that is holding the pole vaulting ones,
Okay.
but
That's what I'm aiming for then.
okay, and that's the green one.
All right. So the mech spins around and then brandishes the rocket launcher and then aims it, and there's a little flash of light at the tip. And it goes and there's like a trail as the rocket flies directly at the car. Does 18 hit?
I think they make dexterity saves,
Yeah.
but let me make a couple saves here.
Not that cool.
All right. So the truck certainly takes some damage, and several of the pole vaulters also take damage.
Wait, did you tap it? Oh, you hit it.
Oh yeah, I hit it earlier.
Okay.
So, so you actually you hit the right target as well, Bonnie, because you hit all the people about to try to board your ship as well.
Okay.
So the truck does still move on.
Wait, I get 2 attacks.
Yes, one of the
Okay,
wheels does
got it.
seem a little wobbly.
Okay.
Continue on.
And I shoot the laser.
It hits. All right. The truck is now bloodied.
Wait, it's an organic truck?
Chrysalis.
All right, so Chrysalis yells, "Gacy, help me with these those harpoons," and then runs to try to dislodge one of them.
All right. He's working with you.
Cool. What the hell should I roll for this?
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
That'll work.
They have locks on them.
Or at least what if I actually added it to roll 20?
This is from a Nintendo 64 game called Mystical Ninja featuring Goemon.
Oh.
Whenever the mech
Oh,
happens,
shit, yeah.
the entire vibe of the fight changes.
We got a little anime up in here. I can see that little glint on the barrel just as she said it.
All right, a 15 is exactly what you need.
Nice.
So yes, one of these electromagnetic harpoons. You're able to use your tools to depolarize, and then it unlatches from the ship.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
you got a cable, guys.
Yeah, so one of these chains, and I'm just going to mark that with the prohibition sign at the end there. It is now Salvina's turn.
Did anybody use the rust bug enzymes yet?
No.
Casey,
I
go
don't
get
know
the
how,
rust bug
I don't know how
inside.
to use that.
Okay, let's see. Can I use a bonus action to enzyme the ship's cannons?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So I'll do that and then try firing them at the nearest vehicle again.
All right.
Oh, dang.
Oh, and with the 24, you hit even the difficult to smash target, the dangling chain. And go ahead and roll that d6 for me.
Wah, wah. What is this? What is this little anon?
I don't know. It's not me though. So Julie, that is just shy of the damage that you needed to sever it, but the chain is, it's not even a full link that's
Toe
holding
up.
it on anymore.
Okay.
Just barely hooked. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Eli.
Can I fire from the bridge? Can I fire the ship's cannons, or do
Yes.
I actually need to be in the cannoneer
No,
seat or whatever?
you can fire from there.
All right, I'm gonna be really suddenly Eli's in anime, and I'm screaming from the side, and there's lines going on my face. I'm like, providing aerial support, Brizza, and I fire down at the thingies.
Are we just all swapping out?
Yeah,
we have
that's
two
what I
guns.
was trying to I was wondering how this all looked. How do I? Where's the buttons?
Sorry, yeah,
for that
no,
gun?
I take that. So there are only 2 ship cannons, and basically once they have been used twice on a round, they cannot be used again.
There's a
Okay.
recharge time.
Yeah, so if you use it, that stops Yoshi from using it later, for example.
Okay, gotcha. Then I am going to.
It's fine. I'll do superhero landing.
Look. I'm gonna go and then so from where the hatch is to where the harpoons went through, would I be able to get on the hatch on my suit and walk on the ship? Is my suit magnetic or whatever?
Like on the outside of the ship?
Spider-Man style.
No, but I mean you can grab one arm and hang on to the hydraulic latch of the hatch and just fire out the back.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to grab my rifle and do that.
All right, yeah. So you're hanging out the back as you're cresting over this glass sand valley, firing down at the ships behind you, or the vehicles behind you.
I wanted to fire on the harpoons attached to our ship.
Oh, okay. So yeah, one of those harpoons is very wounded. All right, the first one is destroyed utterly.
Yes.
So that is one more harpoon down. And then the next one takes 9 points of damage. It is not destroyed, though.
Cool. I'd like to use an action surge and attack 2 more times if I can.
Yeah, by all means. All right. And that last one, take a couple more shots at the base of the cannon. And the ISS Mom is no longer tethered by these 3 dune buggies.
Oh yeah, it's so badass too. I'm hanging on one arm and boom, 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 and then I swing back up and close the hatch and then run back to the bridge.
Yeah, and yeah, these 3 vehicles in front of you start to split off the long chains dangling behind them, and get out of this.
So it looks like they're giving up?
It does look like they give up at this point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we eliminated their Olympic pole vault dreams, so that's about it. Yeah.
All right, y'all ascend back into the cover of the clouds, safe for the moment.
Let's activate stealth again.
Well, was never activated in the first place, was it?
Let's activate stealth.
It was.
All right. Whenever y'all are using a ship ability, press the button for me, please.
Okay.
On the
How
sheet.
do I get the buttons to appear again? Sorry.
Character
chat
sheet.
bubble.
Your character, I think,
Oh, okay.
will pop up.
That doesn't have all of them though, right? It's just
On the ISS Mom?
Yeah, I think you have to open the character sheet to see like the other abilities.
Oh, yeah. On the sheet itself has all the text for the abilities, right?
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Cool. But yeah, that way I just have the official "this was done" in the chat log.
All right. Minimal contact. I don't think we violated no contact exactly.
It was
For sure.
self-defense, you know.
Yeah. Chrysalis, this does remind you of one of was it Malcolm Zizek?
Malcolm's Zanzar Malcolm.
Zanzar Malcolm. There we go. This does remind you of one of his videos. Now that you're looking at this wasteland of a planet.
Oh wow, yeah. This is this was like when Zanzar had to go find some kind of president's daughter and kidnapped by this terrible tribe. Oh god. Honestly, that was one of his worst films. I didn't really care for that one. Kind of tried.
How'd that one end? Did he save the president's daughter?
He actually did, but in the process, an entire village of innocents got killed. It's actually kind of a rough part, but I think it gave it some gravitas.
Gravitas. The word you're
Gravitas,
looking
thank
for
you.
is gravitas.
Yep. All right. So now that your ship is bending light and is invisible, even though no one pressed the button, it is.
I don't know where it's at.
Right
I can't
after
find
you
it. I'm
told us.
sorry.
I'll press all the buttons.
Thanks, Tyler. All right. You guys have a bit of a moment to recalibrate.
All right.
So,
That's what I got. All right.
so I just want everybody to know I put a post-it note in the storage thing that says install auto turrets. It's actually it's on the Trello.
Next time you get some parts, install this.
Yeah.
So now that you have some time, you have less atmospheric interference. Now that you're closer to the surface, you are able to run some better scans on where this is where the laboratory, the observation post is. And you do actually see some old technological evidence in a nearby mountain, the one that Greed mentioned. This, however, today is a shattered glass plateau. Basically, all this atomic glass was carved into the mountain. That over time, geological changes happened, and so this place is just covered in shattered glass. But you're also detecting several life signs. It seems that these basiloids, or at least a number of them, call this area home. It will be dangerous to actually teleport considering the interference from the radiation and the atomic glass. So you'll probably have to approach from land.
Okay.
So you do have the location of the entrance to this lab, though. You find a approximate trail that you can take, but you won't be able to teleport to it.
We won't be able to teleport to it?
Correct.
Can we leave the ship in stealth mode after we land and leave it?
Yes. Yeah, because you're not teleporting from the ship; you're just walking off it.
All right, Brizza, find us a good place to land.
All right, let's take this down. Should I roll a survival for landing?
Stealth for me.
Oh, stealth.
Cool. And you get a major bonus to that since you're invisible.
Awesome.
All right. You get this changed up here. And
So, to get this right, Captain Eli is the captain of the ship. Salvina is the medical officer. Chrysalis is the science officer. I am the...
You're Yoshi.
I'm Yoshi, the security officer. What's that make you, Briza?
Well, I'm one of the co-pilots.
Navigator,
I also
Briza.
do
Nope.
robotics and shoot things with this mech suit.
Briza's in charge of loadouts. And weaponry. Quartermaster.
But in space.
But in space.
Come
on, Yoshi.
Space
A
Quartermaster.
space quartermaster, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Cool title.
Let me go ahead and have y'all get your hit points and everything set correctly on your tokens there. And while y'all are doing that, I'll get the right music here.
Wait, I can do something with the token. Let's see.
Oh yeah, if you click it, you can add your hit points. It gives you a little bar. You can see, and you can modify it to drop it.
By the way, non sequitur. I can erase all my death saves, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
those go away after a long rest.
Phew.
But they stay with you in your heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're scarred for life.
Yeah.
All right.
You get some therapy.
So you have all parked the ISS Mom several hundred meters away from this trail that does start climbing up this mountain to the observation post. As you're looking around, there's several jagged cliffs that lead onto even more jagged giant chunks of crystal and shards. And Salvina, you know that this is not the kind of crystal that you like. This is sand that's just been blasted by atomic bombs.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yoshi runs over and picks one up and runs back to Salvina. I got you a present. It's a crystal like the ones you love.
Oh. Oh, Yoshi. I just pat him on the head.
Are you going to take it or what?
Well, it's the thought that counts, but these crystals might have some nuclear residue.
yeah, your Geiger counter is going off. Yeah, you hear the click of the Geiger.
Michael, did you just make that?
I was like, I'm so here for this.
Yeah.
I just noticed it's uploaded 57 seconds ago.
All right. So the air is extremely dry. The sand is stinging your skin as you're walking around. You do have a path forward to the south.
All right.
Y'all go ahead and make some perception checks for me, please.
Yoshi says, I'm going to check it out. And I got a 25.
All right.
We
So
go through
Yoshi,
that,
you're gonna
buddy.
scout on ahead.
Yeah. Go this way?
I don't see anything.
So Yoshi, what you see?
Oh, I'll make a perception too. Second.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how.
So the wall is kind of right here.
Mm.
It doesn't go past this point. The only path forward you see is down this way.
Okay, so I got a 25 and a 19 for perception.
Got it. Okay. So as you're checking out ahead, just getting all this set here. You do see that it bends around, but as you're walking ahead, you actually hear a rock or some glass fall. Make a noise. You look to see where it came from. And Yoshi, you know that you haven't been spotted, but your allies have. As you spot two of these basiloids, two of them high up, about 20 feet off the ground, perched on a ledge, and then two of them in yellow actually on the ground level, that were just hiding behind some boulders.
Okay, can Yoshi climb this, or can I make it acrobatics?
No, that is far too steep, and it's made of sheer crystal. So you'll have to just circumvent it, like this way.
Okay, that's fine. Yoshi will stay against the bottom of the ledge, and if he hasn't been spotted, he'll go ahead and sneak attack. This one's up high, right? This green one.
That one is 20 feet up, and then there's two others. Your party can see you; they know where you are, but you don't think that the others have seen you.
Okay. Yoshi will whisper over the earpiece that they all have. Ambush right next to us.
Great.
Yep. All right, and Yoshi, you can. Whenever we roll initiative for this, you will get a surprise round.
Okay. Yoshi will just hug the bottom of this. Can he go right there? Like behind that guy?
You can do it from right there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, with that, you know that you won't be surprised at this point, but you know that you're not going to get the jump on them, except for Yoshi.
Gotcha.
So with that, we can go ahead and roll initiative.
All right.
Boom. This guy's dead.
Actually. All right. Uh-oh.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, he just got high on his initiative. Not the worst result. Yoshi, it is your surprise attack.
I will make all the attacks against him. Boom.
27 hits.
Boom.
20 hits.
Boom.
28
Yeah,
hits.
crit.
We got 24, 32 points of damage total.
All right. That does bloody him.
Okay.
And Yoshi, go ahead and make a strength save for me. Upon getting bloodied, he lashes out around him, just in a frenzy.
Thank you.
All right, you avoid being pushed back though, and yeah, you can. Was there anything else for that turn?
Nope.
All right, everyone else suffers their surprise round, and we go back to the top with Yoshi.
25.
Hits.
10.
Misses.
11.
All right, misses also.
Action surge.
Okay. We got the 9 on there. A 10
Four.
misses.
Oh no.
He is now actively guarding against your attacks, being aware of you.
And I guess I get one more for the action surge, then I get another double attack? Is that the way it works?
You would get.
Yeah,
You'd
I'm pretty
get your
sure
double
you do.
attack.
Yeah, you get it.
Okay, yeah, then
I was just
that,
thinking about it earlier.
then that would be it with another 9.
Okay. Hold on.
Why? Wait a
You
second.
shouldn't have that many attacks.
1,
You
2,
wouldn't.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, I'd have 5.
You don't get another bonus attack though.
Yeah, I didn't
You're-
roll another bonus attack, I don't think. So there was. Oh.
You
Yeah.
got like 8
This is
attacks
right.
that round. It shouldn't be
Well,
8.
I had 3 rounds pretty much. Because action surge,
Oh,
sneak
no,
attack,
You're right.
normal one.
You're right.
So that
okay.
was basically 3 turns all in one.
Okay, cool. So another 9 points of damage from that last one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, he
That
is
was
still alive.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, very bloodied, still alive.
Is
It
it-
is their turn. He will turn and attack you, Yoshi. 23.
Hits.
Alright. And he has no adjacent enemies, so that does not trigger. This one will move in, and with this big, halberd just made of scrap metal and rusty parts, moves to swipe at Eli. 14?
Nope.
All right. And because it missed, does not get to continue the attack. Eli, your turn.
I like to pretend whenever that Dragonborn attacked him, he like held his finger up and was like, nope. Dodge out of the way.
Dang, okay. Tricky footing. I'm gonna try to like move around him.
Okay.
This way?
Yeah.
And move one more right here. So he gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay. 15?
Nope. My AC is 16. And then I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay. So you move away, take a shot on the run. Your first shot misses. And how do you kill him on your next shot?
So I like pull up my rifle and kind of like sidestep around that one, and then take a shot in the middle of it and miss, but then kneel and focus fire the one next to Yoshi and take him out.
Yoshi, you got to shake off a little bit of gore from the attack, but you have one less opponent in front of you.
And then I'll inspire Yoshi.
Salvina.
I'm gonna fire my blaster at this. Wait.
Yeah, these two are elevated in the back.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fire at this one.
Okay. And with a quick shot of your blaster, firing from the hip, you miss. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
All right, Brizza.
Okay. I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Guess here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack this one first with my lance. Hit.
17 hits.
Okay.
13.
7 piercing and 6 fire.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm
Scales. Yeah, keep going.
gonna hit him again.
16 hits. Another 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. And he growls at you. Well, we'll see what happens on his turn. Anything else, Bonnie?
That's it.
All right.
Or actually, that's it.
The two that are perched will now take some shots. One at Salvina for 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And the other one at Eli. They notice that you are ranged attackers. They want to stop you. 11 to hit.
Yes.
All right. Eli dodges that laser blast. And it is... actually, they get 2 attacks. There will be one more versus Eli, and then one versus Chrysalis also. 15 and 12, respectively.
Miss on me.
Chris dodges.
All right. So it is now Chrysalis's turn.
All right, so the one that's diagonal to me, is that technically adjacent?
It is.
Okay. Chrysalis uses the holographic projectors in the suit and creates the mirror images.
All right.
So activates those, and then just starts taunting the one next to her, like, "Come on, come get all of us, come on."
If memory serves, mirror image is a bonus action.
Unfortunately, it's a full-up action. I just looked, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then memory did not serve.
You know what's super cool is it's not concentration now.
Okay.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yoshi, your turn.
Okay. That guy's above me, so he won't get an attack of opportunity, right?
Right.
Okay. Yoshi will move right there to flank. And then take claw swipes. 25, 19, and 24.
The first and third hit. Your 2 claws hit. Your bite does not.
Even with a 19 for flanking?
Sorry, the 19 hits.
All right. Cool. 7, 7, and 9. 14, 23 points total. That's
He
it.
is bloodied.
Uh-oh. Does he get that ability?
He does.
Dang it! Don't remind him. No.
Strength saves from Yoshi and Chrysalis, please.
2 nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Well, technically, if he frenzies, there's a chance he'll hit an image instead. Should I go ahead and roll for that first?
Yes.
Okay. See, I need to roll a d20.
Although, does that include area or targeted effects?
Each time a creature targets you with an attack. Oh, so I guess if he's just spazzing.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Want to just go with the safe? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Save it up.
So yeah, let's get a strength save.
Getting there.
All right. So yeah, you and all of your mirror images withstand his shoving frenzy. And Yoshi, did you have anything else for your turn?
Yoshi will lick the blood off from that other one that splattered. And say, marinara sauce.
Whoa.
Bonnie's reaction. There's a lot of licking coming from Yoshi lately.
Yoshi does love blood.
All right. Chrysalis, go ahead and make an intimidate check for me. I want to see if your taunt actually worked.
Sure.
If it's higher than 15, all right. He takes an attack at you, Chrysalis. 22 to hit.
Perfect. So now my images can do their stuff. Roll in d20.
Dance.
Watch me roll a 1 and it actually hits me. No. Okay. Yeah, he makes an attack on an image, and their AC is 10 plus my deck, so that is
22 will hit that.
Yeah. So yeah, so he hits and destroys one of my images.
All right, cool. And it is still a hit, so he's going to continue on to Yoshi. 13?
Misses.
All right. And it is Eli's turn.
I'm gonna shoot this one up here.
Okay.
Does it have cover at all?
It does not. No, those are just to show elevation icons.
Cool.
28 hits, 10 damage.
Ooh.
You shoot him in the chest. He clutches it as he falls back. 29 also hits.
I think I gotta get a.
I think you add another one. Yeah.
My rifle, I think it's a 1d10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Plus another 2.
18
right.
damage on that one.
Yeah, 2 solid shots, but he gets back on his front knee, aiming down at your group. Salvina?
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna move back behind Chrysalis.
All three of us.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about doing something.
Oh, by the way...
I'm actually gonna... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that is the location you're trying to get to. So you just need to go around the mountain to get there.
From here to... Oh, sorry. Can you ping that? I had my character sheet covering it. Okay, the door. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and give Chrysalis resistance.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Grizza?
All right. I'm gonna hit the bloodied one.
All right.
The lance. Oh,
Thrust
yeah.
out with your lance, and oh yeah. Max
21 damage. Yeah.
What do you do to his to turn him into a corpse?
Yeah, he just like catches on fire and quickly like melts into a pile.
All right,
The thermal lance.
very anime. All right, Brizza.
Then so how high up are these ones that are above us?
They are 20 feet up. You would have to make an athletics check to kind of scale the wall to get up to them.
Okay. For if I'm doing an extra attack, or like, do I have to like use a bonus action to switch weapons? Is that an option?
I don't know the rules on that, but I'd say as long as you're only doing it once per turn, that's fine.
Okay.
Like if you're attacking with 3 different weapons in a turn, that's a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna use my repeating blaster to shoot at the one that's above us.
Okay.
That does not hit.
Yes, he ducks behind a crystal or behind some glass and dodges it. And they will take some shots back. First one versus Brizza, or first 2 versus Brizza. 15
hits and 19 hits.
All right, so 6 and 9, and then there will be 1 attack on Chrysalis.
Yeah.
16.
All right, let's see if it goes at me or a dupe. It goes at a dupe, and that will. That does hit and destroy another image.
Okay, cool. And then a 13 versus Salvina.
Ouch. Just kidding. It misses.
Okay. All right. Salvina
Thanks for that armor upgrade last sesh.
All right. Good. Chrysalis.
All right. Don't know what you did, but thanks, Doc. And images, y'all are doing your jobs. Thank you.
You're very grateful today.
I am going to. This would put me up right next to the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just run to there, and then I will shoot the dart launcher at the guy straight to the south.
Okay.
Good old dart launcher.
Yeah. This one is unwounded.
Oh, the other one has been hit?
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I'll go shoot at the one that's been hit then.
Okay.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. I won't give you hit points, but I'll tell you if they've been wounded or not. All right. Yeah, 19 hits and does 10 points of damage. He is bloody from that attack. The dart seems to be draining him, and it's Yoshi's turn.
Yoshi, 5, 10. Can do acrobatics, or you want me to use difficult terrain to get up this? Or...
It'll be athletics.
Boom, 17.
All right, that is enough. So it would be difficult terrain to climb up, though, because you climb at half speed. So
I got 35 movement, so I was 5, 10, 25. So I should be good there.
But you are climbing up 20 feet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can get there. It's just going to take both your movement.
Okay. Then I'll get all the way there. And that's
all right. Fortunately, Yoshi, it seems like you've cornered him. So he will have some difficulty shooting. Eli.
Mm-hmm. This one.
All right. Yes, and as Yoshi scrabbles up the porous cliff wall, Eli takes some shots. The 25 hits for 7 damage. Got a failure on the next one?
Yep. And I'm going to move in front of Chris, as long as I still have a clear view of this one.
Yeah. Do you have lucky, Eli?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'll use a luck point. Do I re-roll or do I take the other roll?
Re-roll.
Do you have lucky... the halfling?
The racial ability is different than...
Yeah.
You don't have points on it.
You just
Yeah.
reroll
okay.
all once.
You reroll once.
Gotcha.
You can check that, by the way, so all your rolls automatically do it.
Oh.
All right. That basiloid is wounded, not bloodied. It is Salvina's turn.
There's 2 more left.
2 more.
Okay.
Yoshi says over the earpieces, "I've got this one."
Let's see.
Where do I check lucky?
Halfling luck. Under the gear, next to core bio spells, little gear.
Oh,
Top
okay.
left.
Cool.
I'm gonna run up to Brizza.
Mhm.
Grant her resistance as well.
All right.
And that's it.
All right. It is Brizza's turn.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at the one that's right by me. Does 15 hit?
15 does hit
Ooh. All right.
for 6 damage.
Oh yeah, and then one more.
Oh, that'll crit
Oh yeah.
for 14. He is bloodied. Anything else, Brizza?
That's it.
All right. In a Hail Mary
Nice shots.
attack, he will leap off, attempting to push you down the cliff with him, Brizza.
Oh, fuck.
Brizza,
Oh.
Hell no.
make a strength save, and you can add a D4 to it.
Okay.
That resistance might really pay off.
All right. 21.
Add a D4.
Oh, sorry.
Yay.
All right.
20.
Yes, you managed to beat his 15.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, as
Ooh.
he's leaping at me, do I get an attack of opportunity or reaction at all?
No.
Or-
Yeah, because you were also using a rifle.
Okay, true.
So, but he does land in the square next to you. That was his action. It is the other one's turn. He will take a shot at Yoshi with disadvantage. 12.
Misses.
All right. And his other shot. 8.
Miss.
And it is Chrysalis's turn.
All right. I'm just going to stay where I'm at and shoot the dart launcher at the one next to Brizza.
All right. Yeah, Brizza used her superior strength to just wrestle in this this flying lizard. 15 hits.
Awesome.
Does 10 points of damage. All right, they are both quite wounded. Yoshi.
Yoshi, after climbing up, goes down low and is going to take a sweeping claw swipe at his feet for a 12.
He jumps. Dodges.
Plus 1d6. Oh, 14. I think it's
14 misses.
I tried to psych you guys out and it didn't work. 24 for a bite.
All right, you bite him as he's leaping in the air. You got your teeth on his. Oh, hold on. I typed
Where are
in
his teeth?
Sorry, yeah, the timing on that was bad. You get your teeth into his leg, yanking him back down.
And then the second attack for another 11.
Yeah, in the middle of that attack, I accidentally put one too many digits in his hit points. So that,
22
that
total.
that was my shock. Yoshi, you get him right at the hit points that you need. How do you kill him?
Yoshi grabs him by the neck and flings him off of the 20-foot high thing. Just blood trailing behind him as he falls and lands right in front of you, Eli.
Not unlike that video of the guy jumping into the pool.
Whoa.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. However,
The one that's that meme of the guy, like, and it's like, boop, 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 boop.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the first time I don't know what meme people are talking about.
Oh my god, it's like my favorite.
What's it called?
Star whatever.
star something. Oh my god, what is it called?
Shooting star, shooting star.
Shooting star,
Yeah,
yeah.
shooting star.
Eli.
I want to run over because this one try to tackle Brizza, and if I can't try to throw him off, I want to delay my action until Brizza's turn so we can throw him off together.
All right, Selvina.
Team building.
So this
Teamwork makes the dream work.
is this guy still alive?
The one right next to y'all is still alive. Yes.
Okay.
Brizza's, I think, kind of hurt, right, too?
Not much.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Just scratched?
like, pre-level 5, I'd be pretty hurt. But now I'm just, I mean, it's a chunk. I'm bleeding a little, but it's nothing like last session.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, what is
pretty much
pain
nothing's
anymore?
like last
Yeah.
session. Yeah.
It's never been like that or ever will be again. And Briz is gonna make damn sure of that.
Alright, I'll just back up and try and blast this fool. As one does.
All right, 11 misses. Unfortunately, the shot does go wild.
I'm really bad with this thing. Maybe I should stick to crystals.
Shoot crystals.
I've been unusually effective with my dart launcher for a change.
All right. Sorry. It is now Brizza's turn, followed by Eli.
Throw him
How-
off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard would it be for the two of us to throw him off the cliff?
Eli, do you want to say that you were assisting Brizza? We can just give Brizza advantage on her strength save.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna grapple this. So it's a strength save?
It's a strength check. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just clicked the little strength box, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, thank God for that help.
But it's with advantage because Eli is there lifting the lizard's bum.
Brizza is inspired, and she lifts the little lizard man over her head and screams, "Ah!"
He flies away into space.
Or he just falls and splats, but
Wings come out, he just flies away.
out of curiosity, how far is that drop, DM?
That is 40
4
feet.
million feet.
It is a 40-foot drop that the lizard man descends before crashing onto a pile of atomic glass.
Ooh. Yeah, watch the second one that I sent.
Yes, exactly. That's what he does.
Is that Vegeta?
Yeah, that's the
All right. Yes, all of these basiloids that ambushed you are now bleeding or tossed off the edge. And you know that you have a little bit more of a walk ahead of you before you're able to get into the observation lab.
Cool. Chrysalis is like, multiple me's rock, and she pretends to high-five the mirror image as it fades.
Yeah, you kill it.
It only lasts a minute, so.
High five of death.
Eli, as you peek around the corner,
You explode.
Oh my God.
Surprise.
No.
4 of them.
God.
you see that they are lining this walkway. And we won't get to this tonight.
Aw.
But
Just hang out here all day.
there are. Actually, everyone make Constitution saves for me.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, radiation.
Oh no. I thought
The
our suits
rads.
protected us.
Oh no.
I thought our suits made us super safe.
All right.
I was promised.
everyone-
I asked about this.
Everyone except for Eli and Chrysalis.
Get cancer.
You get cancer in 10 years.
Take 11 points of damage.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
It is not the radiation. You actually notice that as you're catching your breath after this fight, you start coughing up blood.
Oh God.
Little bits of glass.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I'm down to
Chrysalis
9
is correct.
HP.
Yeah. So, yes, it does seem that the air is just full of fiberglass.
Oh my God.
But I'm always in a exosuit. Would my
Well,
Yes.
exosuit not
so am
filter
I,
that?
but-
Yeah,
Oh.
into your ventilation.
Yeah, it still grinds up the ventilation.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Don't
before we
question it.
left the ship, you guys did get those stim packs in your inventory.
Yes.
They did not.
Yeah.
They
I
did.
definitely did. I did
I
this
did.
time.
Good, good.
So yeah, Eli and Chrysalis, y'all managed to avoid this, but the rest of you, as you're catching your breath, starts to taste like wet pennies.
Me, oh God. Me and Chrysalis are fine.
Yeah. I can
You're like-
explain mine with my suit, and I don't know, you're just really good at processing glass.
I'm like, oh, the air appears
It's
so
probably
fresh.
it probably goes into another dimension via your void parts or
Oh.
whatever.
Good point. Eli, you do peer around and you see several more of these basiloids, and with some kind of altar up ahead.
An altar?
Yeah.
So
Looks
have
like
we
it-
figured out? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just the altar is mostly stone. It looks like it has some metal parts on it. Some primitive altar.
Oh my gosh. Yoshi, there's one up here. Can you just bum rush it and push him off?
Of course.
All right.
I believe
but
in
yeah,
you.
we
Are
will
you
go
breaking?
ahead and take our break.
Okay.
And,
Meaning-
I want to play more.
Our break? You mean
For 2
Like-
weeks?
2-week break?
pause for the night. yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Gotcha.
like, oh, are we gonna keep going? 24-hour stream? Just
All
kidding.
right. Is everyone good in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Should be
Cool.
free.
So that date is the
25th, I think.
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
already on Twitch, so.
The
Okay.
night
Nice.
before my improv performance.
Oh, wow.
This will
I'll
warm
be
me
there.
up for it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll get together on the 23rd. We'll see how far we get into this mystery of what this observation post is about, and if it had to do anything with what went wrong on this planet.
And how we can
Mm.
stop breathing glass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have to deal with at least 5 more basiloids while breathing glass. Yeah.
So, Salvina, make a
I was
medicine.
going to ask about that.
Okay, yeah. I was like, can we figure out this glass situation?
Yeah, why
Let's
are
do
we-
that real
Bandana
quick.
over my mouth.
You wanna install some
I'm gonna back
filters.
her up.
So, yeah,
I guess it doesn't matter.
Salvina, you know pretty easily that yes, if you just put some cloth over your mouth, you'll be all right.
Okay, thank God. We do that, and I advise everyone else to do so too.
Yeah, and you'll have to put some new filters on your suit. Same for Chrysalis, but yeah, you know how to avoid it at this point.
What do you mean? It's so fresh up here.
The air feels so great.
It's so great and nice. It's exfoliating. I'm like rubbing
The
off and
air,
bleeding.
yeah, I was like, if the air is exfoliating, that might be a problem.
Quite a peel.
Some
Quite
really
a
hardy
peel.
lungs.
All right. So yeah, 2 weeks. And do y'all have a minute to talk after the stream? Also?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, fam.
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, watchers.